3 exercises you can do to grow taller at any age. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. Okay, so a little bit of background on me. I grew to 5'11 and a half. That was my highest measurement up until the point I was about 22. Told, hey, you can't grow any taller, you've stopped growing. I kind of believed that, but I started to make some adjustments after reading Kelly Starrett, who founded CrossFit, or was the founder of that movement, reading his Becoming a Supple Leopard, his Desk Bound, Standing Up to a Sit-Up World, and I started to make some adjustments, spent less time on the computer staring down, less time on the phone staring down, and came back last year and measured myself at 6'1". And I came back this year and measured myself between 6'1 and 6'2". So I'm at 27 now, almost 20, I'm about to be 28. So I could be 6'2 before I'm 30. So that's really interesting, and I want to share with you how I'm doing that and what's going on with that and go into some more detail. I have a couple other videos on this that may be up in the sidebar, how to grow taller at any age, but the basic principle is that you are as tall as you stand. You're as tall as your posture lets you be. So a lot of growing taller isn't necessarily growing so much as correcting your shitty posture, growing out of bad habits, extending the spine. You know, you have your actual height, how you're standing. You have your potential height, which is when you stretch out. So it's really about stretching out and growing taller. And the big thing and one trick to growing taller at any age is stop looking down at your phone all the time, because it bends your neck out, it bends your back out, it creates a condition called kyphosis, which makes you shorter. This is one of the main reasons old people shrink, right? On the other hand, you can actually grow taller. If you're 5'4", you're trying to go to 6 foot, and you're in your 20s, that probably won't happen, but you can grow taller than you are now. You can stand taller than you are now. You can appear to be taller than you are now if you correct certain habits. If you're already doing all this and your posture is great, you may be at your height limit. And, I think I can be 6'2". I don't think I can be 6'4". Maybe if I took drugs and hormones, but I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm recommending. So we'll jump in with a few exercises that you can do to grow taller. So the first one, I think the best one, is hanging from a bar, pull-ups basically. This will stretch you out. It will straighten your back. Gravity will straighten your back, straighten your spine. It'll straighten your shoulders, straighten your neck. There's a lot of studies that show this is a super good thing to do. You should, if you want to be growing taller, you should be hanging from a bar every day. You should be doing pull-ups every day. You should have a bar installed in your house or hang from a ledge or something like that. And again, it's not necessarily triggering growth, but more just straightening things out, so that instead of a curvy spine that's shorter, it's a straight spine, which is taller, right? So number 1 is hangs. Number 2, so I want to just throw out something different to make you think. Number 2 is deep breath meditation and practicing, because most of your standing and good posture is coming from the core, and the belly and the abdominals and the trunk is a big part of that. And we'll talk about the lower back next, but if you have good diaphragmatic breathing, if you have good strong abs, if you're stable when you're walking, that goes a long way to making yourself taller, because you need to hold everything in place. If you relax too much, you spill back into this curvy, bad spinal posture. But if you tighten up just a little bit through your abs, through your breathing, control your breathing, you tighten up a bit, and you'll be your tallest, okay? And then the third one that I suggest is squat, just straight back squats, dumbbell squats, goblet squats, front squats really good. Back squat, back squat's a great exercise. It's not necessarily the best for, it's fine for being taller. It's not necessarily the best, because just the nature of holding the weight in front of you really forces you to sit back and straighten your back as much as possible in order to not lose your balance. So if you do daily goblet squats, or you can start with air squats and straight back, hold your core as much as possible. That'll get you into the right position through a variety of movements, so that when you stand, you will be at your tallest, and when you sit, you will be at your tallest. Because we want to sit tall as well. you want to be in primo posture when you're sitting. And practicing front squats and goblet squats and stuff like that will help a lot with your sitting posture as well. Again, back squats are great, but they, you're putting the weight directly on your back and leaning forward a little bit more. And to have good back squat, you do need to lock in that posture as well, but you're not sitting back tall in the same way. So it's kind of a different experience. So those are some keys to growing taller. And if you do these things, you'll notice it, especially in the morning. What's pretty interesting is we're at our tallest in the morning because we haven't had gravity working against us all day, shrinking our, sagging our muscles and our joints and so on. So when I say, it's noticeable for me that I'm 6'1" or taller in the mornings, but I'm more like 6 in the evenings. So but I'm definitely noticed that I'm taller when I work to be taller and I do these sorts of exercises, the hangs and the meditation and the yoga and the breathing and the front squats and all this. So hope you find this helpful. Again, you can check out my other videos on the topic and I'll talk about it more. So appreciate you, much love. And now I'm going to yoga. Let me know what you think. Holler at me in the comments. Peace out. Adios.